Hey, what's up, guys? I decided to make another video. This time, just talking about One Piece. This isn't part three or part four, whatever I'm on. This was just me thinking. I was, in a car, going somewhere, and I was thinking like, I wonder what happened with this. And then I was like, wait, all these fucking things happen in One Piece, and they tease all this shit, and then still none of it's been like explained. I thought before I watched One Piece, like there was like a ton of like, like Shanks died. I feel like I actually heard that. Like it's a spoiler or something. So obviously I'm like, okay, they meet back up. This happens. I didn't know about Sabo. Sabo, what happened to Sabo? That's what I want to know. And how do they get you to just like, okay, let's leave it for now. It is absolutely batshit insane how they do that, and how it's like you forget. It's like at first you're like, oh my god, like what happened, like especially with Sabo's the big one. I'm like, they say he's dead. I'm assuming that's probably what it says, and he's not dead, but it'd be interesting if he was dead. um Shanks and the fucking celestial dragon guys, the top ones, what's up with that? um I don't know what happened to Boa Hancock after she left the when she was having to fight with the Marines after they got rid of the seven warlords of the sea. I'm just like there's so many mysteries that they add and add and add, and they rarely reveal at least the full thing. But you don't care, and I don't know how that is. Cause really think about it, especially like the Sabo thing was the thing that hit me where I was like, what the fuck? Like I completely forgot about that. Cause I'm in Kaido's arc right now. I think Egghead's the next arc, and then I don't know if there's anything after that. If there is, I'm waiting until the arc is finished. So that's how it's gotta be. But and man, like I don't know, like what happened to these characters? What happened to this? And it's kind of like when Ace was dying, and he had the paper, and he didn't know that he was dying because he was in the middle of like a mission or whatever. Like they were doing some adventure shit. Then he checks and he's like, no, he sees the newspaper. He's like, oh my god, like Ace is gonna be executed. Yeah, Luffy 100% could have saved Ace if he fucking read a newspaper like like 5 days before. That's just not the character he is. I get it, but like he waited till the last one. Well, he found out at the last moment is what I mean. It's like that's a lot of this stuff. They'll be like, oh, there's this news, and either like they cut the pictures out last time where it had Doctor Kuriha and what the fuck's her name, Vivi. That was stupid as fuck. I couldn't remember her name. From the meeting from the what the fuck is it called? I don't know, the meeting at Mary Joy's. I just like stuff like that, and I don't like what I'm saying it. You don't care, and I don't know how they do that because these are big things, like. But Kaido getting put down basically is like a big thing too, and you're just like, okay, I'm focused on this, get it done. They introduce all of his like subordinates, all those characters, and you're like, it's like it feels like kind of like its own show. I get why they call it arcs because it's very separated. Basically, is what I'm saying. But they'll show you different things throughout, and it's just crazy how they do that. Um, because like wouldn't you be worrying about, especially like I'm saying, Sabo feels big. It feels like I don't know, like it's also with fucking Ace, with not Ace, Shanks with the Celestial Dragons. What was up with that? The guy in the throne that nobody's supposed to sit in, whatever. I'm betting 100% it was that pirate captain that uh, died with when Kaido and Big Mom were on his ship, like shit like that. Like Garp killed him. I don't think so. I'm gonna put bets on this. So if you see this and I'm wrong, I don't know. Say fuck you then. But But I feel like that's the obvious answer. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Shit is crazy, man. This is honestly not what I expected it to be. I was very, like, with One Piece, I was very, like, against it. Oh, there's 1,000 episodes. But it's like, that's not enough. Give me more. Like, because like, things that you think would have happened haven't happened, and it makes sense. Like, Shanks and Luffy meeting. Like, I thought that shit already happened before I watched the show. Like, um, like I said, I said this in a video where I saw, like, a thing where it was like, I don't know, like like I said, Shanks died. I thought I saw that and stuff like that, and it's like there's so much more. Like I get what they're saying, like with 1,000 episodes, and a lot of it is just like fighting and stuff. I wouldn't mind if they cut back a little bit because some of the fights just are like too, like I don't know. I don't complain when I'm watching them, but now like when I'm kind of like towards the end of the Kaido arc, I'm like wrap this shit up basically. Um, but I also love how the Kaido arc is like a culmination of I can't remember actually. I don't think it's called the Kaido arc. I think it's called the Wano arc. And it's like what the fuck's his name? The guy's always been not always, but since Punk Hazard, he's been a part of this crew. The samurai. And then the kid too. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't remember his fucking name. Momonosuke. Um, it's like they've been in the background, right, doing their own shit, like someone helping the Straw Hats out, and they're kind of like a team up until Big Mom, where they all separate, and then it's like this is a big setup because like I said, these characters have been with you for a long time, and you're very curious, So this is pretty big, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep repeating myself, but I don't know how he does it. It's insane. But it's like there's so much more I want to see. Like I want to see, um, I don't know. I want to see some crazy shit go down. They tease like that. In this, these people becoming Straw Hat Pirates caused a great incident later in the future, but that's another story. I thought that would have happened by now. Like, and you guys who are sitting watching for years and years and years, you poor bastards, man. You don't deserve that kind of torture. Like, yeah, you could read ahead in the manga, but still, like, I bet you they still haven't answered those questions. Um, man, I just don't know. That shit is so peak. But I'm so excited. I'm still loving the Kaido arc. I think this is where he learns Gear 5. I've seen the photo of what he looks like, which is pretty cool. Um, this might be like a dumb fucking disagreeable thing, but I don't completely fuck with the Gear 4 design, especially the one he mostly uses like Balloon Man or some shit. I think that's kind of like his the top half is cool, but then the boat bouncing thing, I don't know. But I'm wondering if that's his awakening. Awakening his devil fruit powers. I don't know, and I'm also loving all the like prophecy shit where it's like this is Luffy, and he's probably Joy Boy, whoever the fuck that is. I'm literally saying, um, who was in I don't know the stone that Roger was doing. Seeing Roger was cool as fuck. Seeing him in the past and him actually being there, and Whitebeard, because we didn't get to see Whitebeard in his prime. We get to see him in his prime, and that shit was peak. So let me think here. It was just I completely lost my train of thought, but basically there's oh yeah, Joy Boy. Okay, so yeah, they find one of those stones, I forget the name. Of course I do, but that Robin can read, and he says something about Roger says something about like, oh, I wish I could have been born in your time, and I thought that he meant like 800 years ago, but I guess he meant like 20 years later. So I don't know, I'm just loving this shit, like how Luffy is fulfilling all these prophecies and stuff. I actually really love that stuff, like the Chosen One, I don't know. It's just so good. I don't know. Especially, it's just been amazing, man. I'm just excited to see where they go next. I'm hoping the government guys are trying to capture Nico Robin, um, based on the orders from GP0, and no, based on the orders from headquarters basically, and their GP0. And if they capture Robin, I'm gonna be upset. They don't seem like they seem super strong, but then they were fighting like X Drake, and they didn't get their ass beat, but they beat them. But they were, it was hit or miss basically. So it's like Luffy could take them out. I don't know about Zoro, um, Sanji. Any of them like the top three could probably take them out. And I'm hoping, at least I'm hoping maybe Nico Robin does. That's something that I would quite like. I just don't want to get kidnapped again. That'll upset me greatly. Um, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Um, oh, also the reason I didn't like I said this before. I never saw like Jinbei on the crew, so I thought he died. During the Big Mom stuff. And like the reason they don't really show him on the crew is because he's never been on the crew when they've been off, Wano. Besides when they were at Big Mom, so it's like they weren't sailing together. And I don't know what's gonna happen with that girl who's fucking Kaido's daughter. I can't remember her name. She wants to be called Odin, whatever. That kind of like ain't got no problem with the man stuff, whatever, but it's more like you can't like just someone say to her you cannot be Odin. You can like take his the way he lived and follow it to the best of your ability, and but it's never you're never gonna be the exact person that he was. Like someone needs to say that. That's what I'm waiting for, basically. Um, I'm also wondering if she joins the Straw Hats because she says like, "Oh, after this, we're gonna go to sea." She says to Kaido, and she's I'm gonna go to sea with the Straw Hats, and it's like, did they invite you, motherfucker? Like, nah, but she would be a good addition, strength wise, and she her character's not bad either. I like her, but I really do like her. She's a great character. I mean, whatever, dude. Like, I think like the he thing is more of like a just trying to be Odin exactly than like a gender thing. So, but I don't know, and I and yeah. So I'd see her on the crew, and I still just want to know what happens. There's still so much stuff to go through, and now it doesn't make me upset. I was about to say it makes me upset that I watched it this basically this early, with all this shit. But it's like I got some peak anime in this, and I really changed how I felt about this whole show. I was so like, nah, I'm not watching 1,000 episodes. Like, there was no way. I'm like, no way this could be that good. Da-da-da-da. I hate my fucking words, bro. Like, like, I don't know. Like, I deserve to get sand kicked at, kicked at me. I don't know. But, like, damn. Just, it's been such a great journey. And, like, I don't know. Like, it's so good. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited for One Piece season 2. Um, the Netflix show that comes out in March 10th, a few days after my birthday. But yeah, I'll keep sticking to this. I'm interested just to see what happens with the whole Kaido thing, and maybe if the girl, man, whatever, leaves with him on the ship. I thought at first she would maybe stay behind to what the fuck's her name? To guard like Momo, like to be like an advisor because he needed it. I love how Luffy like helped him become like a leader basically, like not completely, like he's still a little bit of a bitch, but I love that. I also like that's a great thing where I love how Luffy inspires people, and even if like, it's not they're not together, they're still inspired and they're still, thinking of him basically. Let me see. else? I can't think of anything else. Um, I do want to mention this. This is kind of like becoming like a part three, but this ain't a part three. The Celestial Dragons, bro. When that, when the princess's mom went like and saved that motherfucker's life and then went to the surface with him, I was like, this is actually so fucking smart. I was actually like, fuck this guy. Like, you should have let him kill him. There's no way he's gonna change. And then he ends up saving the princess at the fucking meeting, which was great because just I fucking hate the Celestial Dragons, man. Which is like, that was me realizing it's not really the world government. Well, it kind of is like the top people because of that. And it's like they keep doing fucked up shit. They need to be taken down, bro. But I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to include the Marines if they just, if they realize, like, yeah, this shit's fucked up what we're doing. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they do with that. I like how they explain how that's why Garp didn't want to be an admiral because he'd have to work directly under the Celestial Dragons. But, oh yeah, so anyway, with them saving him at the conference, I was like shocked because it's like, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry for my thing, for what I did back then. Your mother really helped me change. And and it was so fucking good. And that one fucking guy, like, I wish Luffy killed him. They do not kill, like, villains, bro. Like, the only one they might have killed is, oh my fucking god. The guy, the villain in One Piece Season 1, the live action. I can't remember his name. It's like he was crushed under a building. We haven't heard from him since. Heard about him, anything. But it's like, other than that, they just kind of knock him out and then we move on. Like, in the Marines take him in, basically. Yeah, that's basically what happened for every enemy. But with this one, it's like, what are you going to do? Like, this got to be like an end scenario for that. It's like, I don't want him to be killing people left and right. Like I've said a million times, I've said this about, like, basically not every character, but a lot of characters. Kill who needs to die. Like, there's a point, and once they've crossed that point, or they're like too powerful, whatever, they get taken down. Like, will the Marines really take in like Kaido or Big Mom? Which they need to take down Big Mom. Holy shit! I was saying, like, I don't know how they stretch it out where Big Mom continues, and at first I was annoyed, but then they made it really good, so I couldn't be annoyed anymore. But fuck, dude, if Law and I know the guy's name. It's literally Captain Kidd. Don't beat the shit out of this guy. It's like, beat the shit out of her, kill her, whatever. I'm gonna be mad because she is the most annoying. Like, she's gone past, like, it's just like, get rid of her, man. Like, yeah, like, they got to the point where it's like, at first you're like, yeah, of course Luffy has to take her out, or one of his crew has to take her out. But then you're like, okay, well, maybe this person has to take her out. And then at this point, it's like, you're like, good enough, man. Like, just get her off the board. I don't know. I'm just hoping they get rid of her. Like, that's gonna be a good one. I don't know. They, like, started that fight a minute ago, and there ain't been anything happening with it yet. So I'm excited to see Law do what he does. With the samurai thing, I was also really annoyed. They hit me really hard with the whole, like, killing the the girl. I would call her the girl. The one you first meet in the village early on. Who turns out to be a samurai. And I was like, oh shit, that, like, hits hard, and they play it like a death. And I'm like, okay, that hits hard. And then it's like, okay, she's breathing. It's like, okay, take that shit off. Then Kienmon, that shit hit even harder. Oh my god, I actually remembered his name subconsciously. And, man, like, I was so fucking pissed. It's like, I don't want these characters to die, but I do. It's like, I want some shit like that. Like, hit me hard, hit me. And it's like, I just want, like, a crazy death. I won't say, like, none of the Straw Hats, don't touch them. But like, I don't know, like just somebody who's been there. Like, I don't know. I keep thinking about characters that I want, or I'd be okay with getting killed off, but I really can't think of any. Like off the top of my head, I was thinking Bo Hancock, but no, I like her too much. All these characters, but like with the shit like that, it's like they shouldn't play it that hard and then bring it back. The whole thing with, especially the art guy being alive, that pissed me off a lot. Um, I think I'm just gonna call this video at this point One Piece Part 2, 2.5, whatever, 3.5, whatever. But I like how the twist, how he was like a secret agent for Kaido this whole time. It's very interesting. The whole backstory of Wano was really interesting and really got my attention. With the old and everything. And it was really good. But so when he dies, and it's like after Kinemon kills him because he kills the girl. I can't remember her name. Because she can't kill him because she thinks of him as a friend. And I thought, like, damn, yeah, that shit hits hard. Like, it's too late. Like, basically. But now it's like, they're like, Usopp, come save us. Like, so they're both gonna survive. Like, they're both fine. Not at this moment, but they're gonna be alright. I am hoping the fucking pink hair guy, can't remember his name either. You know who I'm talking about. The pink hair guy, the gang boss, whatever. Hope he's truly dead. And Pedro better stay dead, bro. I think it's too far past it for them to be like, okay, he's alive. But I don't know with this show, man. Like, just kill some people. You can introduce them in the arc and then kill them off later. I like that. I'll grow to like them, then I won't want them to die. But shit, and I'm just, man. Yeah, so that's basically where I am. I don't want to call this like One Piece 2.5. That's what I'll call it because I'm just like ranting at this point. But damn, it's just been so good. Let me know what you think of One Piece. Were you hesitant to watch it when you heard like 1,000 episodes, or like thinking like, oh, it's not that, it can't be that good? Not that it can't be that good, but it's like it's probably overhyped. Stuff like that. I'd like to know what people think. Because it was one of the big three: Naruto, One Piece, and why the fuck am I forgetting the name? Oh my fucking god! What? I think I'd have it here. Was it? I don't know. What the fuck? Bleach? Maybe Bleach is the big three. I feel like no. But what is the big three? Holy shit! I'm trying to look through my collection, but that was Hunter x Hunter, isn't it? I don't know. I can't think of it. Let me know, because I'm not gonna Google it. Let me know what the big three is. I know Naruto and One Piece are on there, but what's the third one? Let me know what you thought of like everything, up to where I said I was. And like, are you, now that you've caught up or you're at that point, are you like upset that you kind of got there because now you have to wait week to week? Except now they're like making it a separate like season 2 basically, in a different, by making it seasonal instead of constant. So that kind of sucks, but talking a lot. But yeah, so I'm just, when I have to wait, I'm just kind of at the point where I have to quit at the arc where it's finished. I think the Egghead arc is finished. I'm pretty sure it is. So after that, I'm pretty much done. Yeah, I don't know where this shit goes. I do not know where this goes. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, that's about it. Peace.